Hello, YouTube. Good evening. I'm here with Fabio, and today we'll talk about the word collector, in immersion 100% in English. So before we start, I can introduce how TNT works. So Talk and Talk is a platform where you develop your language skills and achieve fluency in the language. And within the platform, we have English, Spanish, Italian, and French. So um, Remember, I'm not English teacher. I'm just a student facilitating search of my fluency, just like you. And I think that's it because it's just me and Fabio today. So I will introduce myself. My name is Suelen. I'm 29. I live in a small city in Rio de Janeiro with my family. I have a degree in human resource, a post-graduation degree in organizational psychology, and attend my second degree in business administration. So I work today with quality in a steel company. And in my free time, I like to go out with my friends, sometimes hiking. I love to read fantasy books. And that's it about me. So, Fabio, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi YouTube, good evening. My name is Fabio Lima. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Salvador, Bahia, and my degree has a graphic design, and I work as a art director. I have a experience in my field, and I learn English because I want to work in another country and earning dollar. In my free time, I like to study English, study design, spend time with my girlfriends and my two little cats. Uh, Look my background. Yuki, the cat is white, and Amora, the cat's black. And I like to exercise outside, like play basketball and volleyball, and I like to exercise in gym. And this is it.
Okay, thank you so much for your introduce yourself. Let's go to the question. So the first question is, what is the one of your favorite words in the English language, either because of its beautiful sounds or its precise meaning, in your opinion?
One word my favorites in English, I think so. Loyalty. I like it because it sounds beautiful, and they sometimes carry a special meaning. I think it's amazing how a word can sum up values. For me, this is one moment, Suelen. Tem uma pessoa aqui no grupo da minha turma dizendo que tá esperando para entrar na sala.
And I don't receive the invited here.
Não recebeu. Oxente. Vou falar aqui para Felipe, peraí. É.
Is the link is right? Because sometimes the link is wrong and people enter maybe in another.
Eu tô achando que é isso também.
Yeah.
Eu pedi aqui com emoji fofinho para ele mandar o link. And you can about this question?
About me, I like two words. I like a lot of word in English because the sound, but the meaning, I don't know why I like the sound. Two words that I like is schedule. I love to talk. I love to say this word and suddenly. I like this word as well, but I can't remember now a word that have a good meaning for me. So, but I like schedule and suddenly. That's it. The both. And I like to talk literally, because the tongue, I don't know how to say that in English. Tipo, a língua enrola. I like to say that word. That's it.
This is word in Portuguese, the translated.
Literally.
No, is, no,
Schedule.
schedule,
É agendar, I think.
agenda,
Schedule. I will send
schedule.
to you on chat. Schedule. I think there's it. 1 minute. Yeah, schedule. Agendar. That's it. So, the number two, what is your personal strategy for learning and remembering new vocabulary? Do you use apps, read books, make lists, or another method?
Hmm. For the new vocabularies, I still don't use any any strategies, at least no any designer ones. This is wrong for me.
Mhm. Yeah, sorry, Fabio, that person that you said before that can't attend this immersion, what happened? A pessoa que queria entrar.
Ah, tá. Ela falou que. Vamos lá, cadê? Na verdade, eu que vacilei, agendei errado.
Ah,
KKKKK.
okay. So, about me, the first time not the first time, at the beginning, when I started to learn English, I use apps and make list with the new vocabulary, and I try to read something and catch some words, maybe 5 words, and write down in my notebook and write down the meaning and try to make phrase, sentence with these words and to fix in my mind and how to use it in a contest. And but nowadays I don't use anything. I don't use anything, but at the beginning I used to do it. But nowadays I read books and I try to understand by the context. And with this I learn with in that method. I don't know the pronunciation, but I do it, read books or maybe watching videos, and that word repeat and repeat, and I uh, save it in my mind, fix it in my mind. That's it. So the number three, we all have words we understand but don't use it. Passive vocabulary. What is the biggest challenge in moving a new word into your active speakly? Oh my God, speaking vocabulary. Oh my God, today my English is bad. Go ahead, Fabio.
I think the biggest challenge is remember the words at the right moment in a conversation. Often I understand it perfectly when reading or listening, but when I need to speak, my mind simply is a phrase to transform passive vocabulary in active vocabulary. Constant practicing conversation is essential for me. And you?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think when we understand the meaning, and the word, it's good, but you can't use it. In my case, I think it's because I am afraid to say that word in I don't know how to say that. Oh my God. The pronunciation, you know? I sometimes I'm afraid to pronounce it in a bad way. And because that I just understand but don't use it. Sometimes I try to put it in my vocabulary, but it's hard for me. I use it to do, like I said before, write down in my notebook, you know, sometimes use it and try to fix in my mind. And when I fix in my mind, I can talk it, you know, I can't put it out, you know. I try to do it. Sometimes works and sometimes don't work. It doesn't work, but I try to do it. Okay. So let's go to the number 4. Describe the frustrating feeling of having a word on the tip of your tongue, and why do you think our brain do this to us?
In my case, the feeling is very irritating because we know the words when we can even imagine its form, but it doesn't appear. I think this happens because the brain access parts of the memory, but doesn't find the complex part to bring it up quickly. It's like choking. Then and you.
Yeah, and in my case, I don't know, I never thought about it, you know, before. And I don't know what happened with our brain or when this happened, but sometimes I think it's because, in my case, I'm very anxious. You know, I'm an anxious person. And sometimes, because my anxiety, I forgot some word, you know. And I know, I understand. And sometimes when I want to talk, I forgot the word. So I think this is a good example about the one the tip of your tongue, you know. But I think it's not the just this situation in this situation. But in my case, I can talk. It's because the anxiety, but we learn a lot of things all the day, you know. Every day we learn something new, and it's not because we forgot the meaning, you know, or what that word means, but it's because we have a lot of things in your head, you know, in your brain. It's because that we forgot the words. I think that's it.
In your case, your anxiety attack attack you attack uh, only do you speak in English or in Portuguese language too?
Yeah, they're both because if I'm nervous with the situation when I speak in English and then when I speak Portuguese, it's the both. You know, I forgot the word, I changed the word, so I think the both.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to number 5. Was there any crutch word or filler phrase? Like basically, actually, or you know, that you notice you overuse when speaking English.
Yeah, the most words in my overused, like can about this, can about this question, and you, I think this because the emotions language, and now you know a lot. It's like a support phrase when I think you want to say, but sometimes I repeat over and over unnecessarily, because to my limited vocabulary. I try to control myself because I can't sound repetitive and even show insecurity spoken English.
Mhm.
This Z is older word in overused.
Yeah, in my case, I use so much. Do you know? All the time I use it. When I learn about these words, I use all the time because I remember uh I s- I think a speech that I saw on YouTube about the by about no by just Bieber, Justin Bieber, and he uses so much. And to complete his phrase when they and Justin Bieber and I think Anita as well when they are talking in English because when I we don't find the word like you said before about the have the word in let me see the expression on the tip of your tongue our tongue and we can't remember you use this word this phrase maybe you know and actually basically because we want the time to find the certain word the right word to put in that context in that phrase and you use it to to I don't know if you're right, but complete the phrase. And you put that. And I have I don't know how to say that in English, but vicious language, maybe, like I said
Interesting.
again, it's like I use it in Portuguese as well because when I think, I stand. I think that's it in English. The final word, like I don't know how I explain that in English, but when I we talk some words and we think the next word like talk. And when I will say that word, I said talkie, and I stand the final word because I think what I will say after that word. And like that, I stand the the word. So I use it so much, even in Portuguese. And for me, this is a vicious, that I have. And I don't like it. I already did uh, oratory course, to stop with this, but I can't stop with this. But it's annoying to me, but one day I stop with it. Okay, do you want to add something?
In English, I don't know. Sorry.
Okay. So, let's go to number 6. So, can you think of a time when you found the perfect, precise word to express a specific idea or feeling? How satisfying was that moment for you?
No, I don't have I don't remember this word, this moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
Acho que eu só não tive mesmo ainda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think yeah, in my case, I like to talk, not to talk, I like to say good words, that I don't use so much in my vocabulary. in Portuguese and in English. In English, I don't use it so much because for me, I try to use the basic word to communicate with the other people because I don't know how to say that in English. I can understand the other and the others can understand me, better if I use basic word. But I know I have to improve my vocabulary in English, but I avoid to say difficult words, because sometimes I don't know how to say that, but eu me perco. But in Portuguese, I like to try new words, new vocabulary, that have the same meaning, but with a different word. I like to use it. But I
Uh,
can go ahead.
in my case, in your case, in Portuguese is more easy because this is my maternal language.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In my case, example, I read the also the question in basic Portuguese para que eu the translated translate the basic word in Portuguese for the basic word in English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is a good way to improve our English, Okay, we have to search for different meanings of the same word, to improve our vocabulary. And this is good even in Portuguese and in English. Okay, so let's go to number 7. So how important do you think it is to learn language slang and informal vocabulary to truly sound nature and understand the culture?
I like the slang, the informal vocabulary. I think so dangerous, but I like it. I think it's essential because the informal expressions show how native speak really speaks the everyday life.
Mhm.
But in my case, for example, from Brazil, I can't evited use my native vocabulary. I try use it my normally vocabulary, the português normativo. I don't like it use my vocabulary in my country because porque existem palavras que geram desentendidos para pessoas que são de fora daqui.
Mhm.
Eu
Yeah.
evito muito.
Mm-hmm. Your city have a lot of foreign. I don't know how to say that in English.
É,
Estrangeiros.
gringo.
I forgot how can I say it. I think it's foreign name. I forgot. But have in your city?
Perdão,
Na sua
não entendi.
cidade tem estrangeiros?
Tem muito.
You live.
Salvador, Bahia é cidade turística.
Mm, you live in the capital.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. Yeah, so he not there is a good option to try not to try new vocabulary with I think it's for oh my God, I don't know how to pronounce that. Foreigners. Foreigners, estrangeiros, foreigners. Is a good option to train the English or other language. Okay, so in my case, I think it's very important to learn language slangs because do you understand more about the country, and the people that live there? Because when you go there or maybe talk with these people, you understand better, and you understand if that people, it's I don't know how to say that, but it's saying bad words for you or not. So I think this is important, because if people are tipo, te xingando or saying things in a bad way about you, you know about it. And I think this is very important. In my case, I would like to improve more my vocabulary about expressions, and the phrasal verbs, because I think this is good as well. Like I understand take it easy and things like that, because it's you listen and see it so much. But about the others, I don't see so much. So I have to understand the meaning and fix in my mind. I have this problem with this situation. Okay, let's go to the number 8, I think. Yeah. Have you ever had a funny misunderstanding because of a false friend? A word that looks similar in Portuguese and in English, but has a different meaning.
Yes, it's happened when I used the word actually. I think it's meant currently. In fact, it's meant in reality. The context has completely confused and because funny because the persons didn't understand me my intention. After that, I started paying more attention to these fake friends so avoid making any mistakes.
Yeah, I think in Portuguese is different. Don't happen so much that like in English, because like you said before, the English is not our native language. So I think because that it's difficult to happen so much in Portuguese. But about the English, I think this happens so much because like I said before, it's not our native language, it's not our first language. And when you don't understand and don't know all the meaning and all the vocabulary, expression, and phrasal verbs, we don't understand. For me, um, I took a long time to understand the book, like to schedule something, because the book you can use to schedule something, like when you go to a hotel, and you want to schedule something, to get some room and things like you can use book to do it. And before I understand this meaning, I don't know, and I think, oh my God, why people use book to say, tipo, agendar, né? To use it. And I don't know, when I understand, they say, oh, I can use it, book it to catch a room, in a travel or something like that. But and there are a lot of other words that I had a funny misunderstanding, but I can't remember now. I just remember about that word, about book. You know that in English have a lot of, like in Portuguese, have a lot of word that you use for one thing and you use it for another thing as well. That's it. So do you want to add something?
No, no.
No? Okay. So let's go to the next. So what is the most recent new English word that you have learned, and what does it mean?
The most recent word I learned has a wholesome, wholesome. I don't learn completely, but the the new word wholesome. It's meant sometimes health, positive and good for you. No only physically but emotional and well, like it because it's a simple word but very powerful for describe the situation, people or contents that conveys kinds and lightness. Uh, but I remember now the new no new words but new expression, piece of cake.
Mhm.
I learn com roxa, não sei qual foi o roxa, eu não lembro muito dele, porque eu só tive uma imersão com ele, mas aprendi essa expressão, piece of cake.
Yeah, this is good. And the I don't know about you, but I feel so good. I feel so happy when I understand. I learn a new expression or a new vocabulary in English, and I can put it in my speech, When um, I learn vocabulary, not vocabulary, expression. I think expression. It's put yourself in other shoes. I understand this and I use it so much because this meaning is se colocar no lugar do outro, put yourself in other shoes, in other shoes. So this is amazing. When I understand about it and learn about it, I feel so happy. I felt so happy about this. But in these weeks, I learned a word. It's prevent, meaning impedir in English, prevent.
Em
So,
português eu estava pensando aqui em prevenção.
yeah, this is a false friend, because maybe you think that we think that word meaning another word because we have the mania to compare with Portuguese, So because that you do it like a false friend, So, but I like to learn new vocabulary. That's it. So, you want to add something?
Yeah. In my defense, in the past, I play the card game Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I have a card, the name Prevent Heart.
Yeah.
This translated em português, Rato Prevenido. Now, I learned
Good.
Prevent, impedir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe can maybe if you how can I say that? If you think about it, prevent and tipo impedir, it's it's the same, it's not the same, it's similar, you know? And because that, I think this can be the same, maybe the same meaning, but it's because it's similar, you know?
Desculpa, eu vou ter que falar em português. Teve uma coisa que o Felipe falou no intensivo de inverno, que em inglês tem muito do contexto.
Mhm.
Talvez um prevent junto com alguma outra palavra realmente saia do contexto de impedir e vai para prevenido.
Yeah, like I said before about the book, because book, it's é livro. And when you use book, it's agendar, né? Tipo, né? Alguma coisa, né? So,
É,
agendar uma aula, agendar um quarto de hotel and things like that. So. because
Então, agora eu tô achando que prevent, além de ser um ato, tipo ato de impedir, pode ser também usado como adjetivo para algo.
yeah, can be, I don't know, could be. Yeah.
I like this.
Okay, so let's go to the last question. So, is there a complex idea or feeling for which you are still searching for the perfect English word?
Mm, yes, I still look for a English word that's translated. I now this is no exist, but the feeling of the saudade.
Mm,
I often explain it using the phrase like I missing you the play, but it's no exactly the same word. It's a very strong feeling, a mix of love, lonely, and memory, for which I can find a perfect translation.
mhm. Yeah, here in Brazil, not I think not Brazil, but the Portuguese, we express so much. We talk with details about the thing, you know. And in English, it's not in that way. I think the feeling, the idea we express better than in English, you know. I think okay, you can express it, but not like in Portuguese, you know. So it's totally different. But because that I prefer Portuguese. But okay, we have to learn another language. But I think because that here in Brazil, we are more, I don't know how to say that in English, more lovely, maybe, because we can express more, you know, you can, our idea, our feeling, because we have words to do it, you know, and in English, we don't have so much words to do it. I think it's totally different. Yeah, and I agree with you about the saudade, né? I think it don't have a word that express it. Fabio, we finished our questions. Okay, here. Okay, I will stop the live on YouTube. Bye bye, YouTube.